Well, hello everybody. I apologize for getting this to you a little bit late today, but I just now got done grading papers. Whew. Man, I started at 7 o'clock this morning and it is almost 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So that means for 10 hours, well, in the middle, I did teach a 1 hour class at, well, not at, but a 1 hour class, synchronistic class for SHNU. So other than that, yeah, I have been dealing with this all day. So we are going to be going over chapter or learning module 4 right now. And just a couple of housekeeping points. One of the things I want to remind you is please, again, when you do your assignments, print out the rubric. Print out the rubric. Say it with me. Print out the rubric. When you print out the rubric, you will have that as a guide for when you construct your papers. I'm a kind of concrete sequential guy. So what does that mean? I have no idea. No, I actually do. It means that what I like to do is when I look at an assignment, because remember, I've sat through 77 of these kinds, well, not this kind of class, but I have sat through 77 classes. That's a lot of sitting, just like I've been doing today. Yeah. So when I see an assignment, what I like to do is I like to use the rubric as a guide. If I was doing an assignment according to the rubric, I would create a header with the title of that particular category of the rubric. Then I would answer everything that's in the rubric to the left-hand column in order to meet the criteria. And then I would follow the rubric all the way to its logical end. That's just me. And I know that Philip in this class is one of those people that structured his paper just like that. And it just makes it easier for me. Bing, 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 bing. It's awesome. It's awesome. I appreciate the people that have been willing to offer their work as examples for other students in the class. I, again, am a visual learner, so just like with Dr. Marks, he would set aside papers. He would say, this is the way that I want my papers done. It's a great example. And if you want them, I know that I've been feeding them out to people as time goes along. I am more than happy to do that. I am not here to see you fail. I am here to see you succeed. And that's what I want you to do. And plus, I want you to enjoy yourself while you're doing it. So, looking at Module 4, the court system, intense, in-depth, a lot of stuff when we end up looking at the courts. Looking at the learning objectives, compare and contrast the role of federal and local court systems. They are different. They have some similar structures, but they are really unique. Each state court can be a little bit different where you only have the one federal court. Examine the role of the prosecutor in countering appeals. As I mentioned before, it was one of my jobs in the police department to be a police prosecutor, so I'm pretty familiar with this role as well. Examine the types of technology available to law enforcement officials. Imagine when I started in law enforcement in 1981. No, we didn't have clay tablets to do our reports, but I did have a manual typewriter. And when we typed police reports, you would take 2 pieces of white paper and a piece of carbon paper. You probably don't even know what carbon paper is. We would put the carbon paper in between the 2 pieces of white paper so we could make a copy of the work that we did. We didn't even have copy machines. We had mimeograph machines. Good Lord, can you imagine? No, when I didn't ride or work on my horse, I rode a buggy instead. So we're going to talk about technology. You're going to learn about technology. I am going to learn about technology, something that you are more comfortable with than me. And then propose career paths that align with technology and law enforcement. Seriously, anybody in here who has an interest in cyber or cyber crime, man, you can write your own ticket if you're any good at it. I would not. I would not. It would not be the right fit for me. So, again, we're going to be talking about the courts. We're going to be talking about the Supreme Court, which we just had confirmation process that just went through. So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. And then you're going to get to final project milestone 2, technology. The milestone gives you an opportunity to see changes technology has made in the different branches of the criminal justice system. You may complete your project as either a Word document or as a presentation. Daneth, thank you very much. You are awesome. One person, and her name would happen to be Daneth, did the PowerPoint slides. Very good PowerPoint slides, and I appreciate that very much. Feel free to do that. You don't have to keep writing so many words if you want to do that kind of presentation. That is fine. That is fine. Up to you. And again, to complete this assignment, please refer. Oh, good Lord, here we are. Please refer to the rubrics. Okay? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories in the rubric. Technology police officer, technology prison guard. I don't like, just as I've been constantly mentioning, people in corrections don't like the term guard. Old school. We like corrections officers, corrections personnel, corrections officials. It's corrections, no longer guards, just to let you know. So probation officer, court case, and technology career path, and then of course the articulation of the response. Yes, how well do you do that? Yes. And again, here you're going to have 3 cases that you can choose from to write on. Very similar to what you've already done. Yeah, very similar to what you've already done. A lot of people talked about Gamble and the medical treatment for inmates. It's just read this. Just read it, study it, look at it, ingest it, digest it. Puke this stuff out, whatever you want to do. And importantly, if you have any questions in any part of this at any time, please, for the love of God, just give me a call. Some of you have, and I appreciate that. I've enjoyed the conversations. So you're not bothering me at all. At all. And then some other people, you get a grade from me and you are freaked out. You're like, ah, and your hair spontaneously combust and it immediately starts to flame. No. It means that you might have forgot something, or you didn't pay attention to a particular part of the rubric or a particular part of the assignment as it's written. And again, you can correct it. You can resubmit it. Send it on back. I don't care that I've spent 10 hours today. Yeah, grading papers. No, I'd love to do it again. But seriously, if you make a mistake, keep on going. Take my feedback, use the examples that I send you, and resubmit without penalty. You're not going to get dinged. You're not going to suffer. There's not going to be a negative consequence for you resubmitting work. I want you to get a good grade. I want you to get the grade that you want. I don't care how many times that we have to do it. You can resubmit it. Well, I am exaggerating for effect. You can resubmit as many times as you want to get the grade that you want. Remember, everybody in this class started off with an A, and it's up to you to earn something less than that. So, again, I apologize for the lateness. By the time that you get this, it will probably be about 5:30 Eastern time. But I just want you to know that I appreciate all the work that you've been doing. I appreciate everything that you've submitted. I appreciate so much of the work, so much of the effort. I mean, I know that you have a lot going on, as do I. But, you know, we'll get through this together. You know, great news on vaccines today, and hopefully, you know, all of you will have stories to tell as you age about you survived the great pandemic of 2020. And I hope that all of us do. So, with that, if you have any questions, contact me. If you have any concerns, contact me. If you have any needs, contact me. If you have something good to say, contact me. I always like getting good news. So, with that in mind, we're starting week 4. We are almost halfway through already. Hard to believe. Thanksgiving is coming up. I hope that, let's see, when's today? Monday? Well, I'll be posting something next week too, so I will wish you happy Thanksgiving next week. But until then, this is Doc Frost saying, remember, I work for you. I work for you. It's not about being schooled. It's about educating each other. And that's what I hope that we do here together. And I hope it's working for you because so far, it's working for me. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.